This is the video announcement for February 20th through the 26th. This week you will begin Module 14. Module 14 is building forms, which is a very important part of Word. You may have had some of this in your beginning Word class, but it is very important that when forms are needed that you're able to create a fill in the form. There's nothing worse than trying to fill in a form that someone has just put in blank lines in there, and every time you type, things move over that should not move over. So you want to learn how to do this to your advantage. The learning activities are the tutorials for Module 14, which will take you a little while to get through, and then the skills review. Now notice in the tutorials, be sure you read the instructions. I have given you instructions also on extracting files, which you probably have already done that for the whole course, but if you haven't, you may want to do that this time. Click on the publisher's website on the left side to get to any files that you will need for the whole course. Student data files, and I've shown you that before, but just as a reminder. So you're doing the tutorial 14 and the skills review. Those are the only two things that you need to do this week. So for the tutorial, here's your textbook. You go through starting with that first page, construct a template, add text controls, add the date picker and picture, add repeating section and checkbox content controls, add drop down content. It's very important you go through each of these. If you find that it didn't work right, the best thing to do is undo and go back and do it again. Insert legacy tools, format and protect a form, because once you've created a form, there are certain spots you don't want them to adjust. Edit and fill in the form as a user, and then you don't have to do practice, although it's not a bad idea to read through those to prepare for the quiz that you'll have next week. And then your skills review, and you can see the change of grade notification, what it should look like down at the bottom. And this continues on the next page as well as the next page. You do not need to do independent challenges this week. Those will be due next week. If you have a really difficult week, you can plan ahead and work through that this week if this week's easier than your next week, but that's up to you. End of this video.